We invite Mr. Jitendra Yadav, Head of Strategy Global, Texcoms Textile Solutions. Mr. Jitendra Yadav has an extensive experience with international apparel retailers, manufacturers in the supply chain, quality, and consulting roles. Jitendra's expertise is in management consulting in the textile and apparel industry. He has worked with leading international apparel retailers and successfully executed operations management projects with international apparel manufacturers, international textile value chain stakeholders. His other engagements include working with the Government of India for policy formulation and implementation among other projects. His key areas of expertise include competitive analysis and landscaping, business strategy, operations consulting in garments, government advisory. He holds a bachelor degree in fashion technology from the National Institute of Fashion Technology, India. Let me invite Mr. Jitendra Yadav to give his presentation, please.
So, good evening to all, and first of all, thank you so much for such a warm welcome and this introduction. I would also like to say that we are honored to be part of this collaboration with TAI, SIU, and to use this opportunity to share some of our knowledge and experience that we have gained over the last few years. So to start with, I would like to just introduce you about Texcoms worldwide, what it means, and what are the areas in which it is working. We would start with a small audio visual, and then I would start explaining about our company.
The textile industry is the backbone of the global economy. It employs millions of people around the world and touches virtually every aspect of our lives. And at the heart of the textile industry is Texcoms, a brand that has been dedicated to the success of the industry for over 2 decades. At Texcoms, we're passionate about creating value for our clients and helping them succeed in an ever-changing industry. Whether it's through our consulting services, used machinery trading, auctions platform, yarn and fabric trading, or professional networking platform, we're committed to bringing the textile community together and building a stronger, more sustainable industry. We believe in principles of trust, transparency, and teamwork, and we've built our brand on these values. Our experts are some of the best in the industry, with decades of experience and a commitment to delivering results. Choose Texcoms for all your textile needs and experience the difference that dedication, expertise, and community can make in your business. With a strong global presence, Texcoms is committed to building a better textile industry together.
So I must say that Texcoms is among the few companies which is present across the value chain, from ginning up to garmenting, if I talk about consulting as well. And not only across the value chain, but also across different functions within each of those value chains. So the next slide. We must say that whatever geography is there in the world, if that geography, if that country, if that region is strong enough in textiles, we are present there. So be it India, Southeast Asia, the whole of Africa, the Middle East, also North America and South America, we are present there in terms of offering our services and also in terms of implementing our projects. So largely our offerings, our services are split across 3 sections. First one is the one that deals in used textile machinery, and we not only call it as used textiles but used machinery, but as experienced machinery. So that is one of the biggest sections of our company, and we serve companies across the globe. This has recently been gaining up speed. The second section is yarn comms, wherein we deal in fiber, fabric and yarn trading. And third one is consulting. So I am from that consulting division where I look after global strategy. We help companies to make strategy to enter into new domains for growth, etc. So these are the three main sections of our company. As we go forward, we look forward to expanding it. As far as our credentials are concerned, like in the consulting division, we have already implemented projects across with more than 50 plus clients, and with the kind of service that we offer, we have seen that the repeat clientele is quite high. More than 70% of our clients come back to us for repeat services. We have already implemented projects in more than 20 countries. Going forward, you would see that in one of our presentations, we would showcase that what kind of work we have done in different parts of the world and what kind of success we have achieved. So this is just a representative list of some of the companies with whom we have worked. You can see that they are some of the biggest and the well-known brands across. What makes us different is that we don't label ourselves just as consultants, just as advisors. Rather, we always say that the recommendations that we give are based on sound technical knowledge and the ability to implement our recommendations on the ground. So this is what makes us different, and I feel that we are among the very few associations, very few consultants who offer these kind of services across the globe. So this is about us, and I hope that I have been able to open you towards what our company does, and we can collaborate further as we see. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jitendra. We invite Mr. Sarathy T.G, Regional Director, India Operations, Texcoms Textile Solutions. Mr. Sarathy T.G has more than 35 years of experience in operations, project planning and execution, systems formulation and implementation. He is a specialist in coarse, superfine, compact and fancy yarns. He has worked with leading spinning mills up to director level in India and Thailand. He has planned, implemented and operated 2 lakh spindles from a modern mill in Andhra Pradesh and led the NSL group as head of technical. He has been part of the team leading a large composite unit comprising spinning, weaving, dyeing and finishing. His key areas of expertise include group technical audit, introduction of cost-effective approach in costing and SAP operations, introduction of new value-added products, raw material selection, human resources management, ISO and 5S Japanese work culture. He is an associate member of the Institution of Engineers in Textile Engineering. He carries a diploma in textile technology and has an MBA in human resources management. Let me invite Mr. Sarathy to give his presentation.
Good evening, friends. So, thank you very much for warm welcome. Thank you. I am honored to stand before this esteemed assembly of delegates to deliver my presentation here. Really, it is very happy. See, normally I am very happy to share my knowledge. That is the reason I joined in consultancy services. So, if I start with, before starting going into the presentation, I would like to say something for 2-3 minutes. So now in textile, even many participants, while I am meeting them today, they start market. Everyone talks about market. What is that market? What happens? So a lot of uncertainties. And I think we faced a lot of crisis in textiles, and we recovered also. So it is a traditional business. It is, see, after a food and a space, then house, then third one is cloth. So it will never come down. and it is only a time. So naturally it is a cycle. So the cycle times differs. Earlier, 20, 30 years back, the cycle is every 6 months. Now it is, I don't know, it is a year or two, whatever it is. But again, it will come back and we will revive back. So we are so confident. In some informations we are getting, some resources, they are saying that in 2024-25, it will come back again. And even when I am discussing with some bigger groups of home textiles, they say now we reached pre-corona period, pre-corona situation. They are very happy. So home textiles, they are very happy. So I think, so one by one, everything will revive. And so we have to, so we used to say, Nambike Varkai, Leya. So definitely it will come back and we will come back. And because it is engaging a very big force of employment. So it is almost, I don't know, 50, 60 million people are employed, and definitely it will come back and everyone will be happy. So thank you. And then one thing I would like to say, when they are talking about machine divisions, he said old machineries we are selling, but I don't want to say this is a old machine. We are not calling it as a old machine, and we are unique always. So if you take Texcoms, Texcom is unique. I can give an example for this. We are calling it as refurbished machine sales. So if you say pre-owned car or pre-owned machines, what they will do? So they will just sell the machine, and once the machine was sold, once they receive the machine, and then for commissioning the machine, they will take even a month or a year. They don't know. That was the situation in a second-hand machinery business or second-hand pre-owned machinery sales prevailing in globally, not only in India, globally. So they will sell the machine. They will sell and forget. Am I right? So it's not that after sales, whether the machine is running or the party is getting, the customer is getting profit or they are losing, they don't bother. So this was the machinery, pre-owned machinery sales business. Whereas ours is a refurbished machine. The meaning is we will buy a machine and we will keep it in our warehouse. We will do complete servicing. We will have a spares division. We will buy original equipment manufacturer spares, OEM spares. We will put it on the machine. We will run the machine in our warehouse. We will run the machine. When the customer comes, we will show the machine on running condition in our warehouse. The machine might have been received from Europe or USA or Mexico, wherever it is. They will show the machine in running condition. Then they will take over. So our machine, if they take, it is like a new machine. So you can fit it and you can start the machine. So this is the uniqueness we have. And because of this service, we used to say win-win situation in the business. So it's not that I got the money and you got the machine, let's forget. It's not the case. So after sales service in second-hand machineries or pre-owned machineries, it is our uniqueness. So after selling the machine, after commissioning the machine, if they have a problem in getting profit and we have a division, we design the division consultancy, they will go there and they will improve their profitability also. So this is our uniqueness in machinery. And if you say it is the consultancy, again the consultancy also unique because we have a different model of consultancy. If you say consultancy, what the people will go monthly once or weekly once or twice, the consultant will go there and he will advise to the mill people, and then he will come back. Again, he will revisit. So, advising is very easiest job, and it's difficult to implement. So, everyone will accept. Even consultant also should accept. So, advising is very easy. So, it's not a case at all. Even when we are going somewhere, and if we are advising something, they say we know everything. So, it's not that it's a new. So, spinning is not a rocket science. Everyone knows everything. And we are also learning. So I also don't know everything. So the team knows better than me. And we are also learning in day by day. So where it lies, not in advice. So the mill don't need advice. They need implementers. So TTS the Texcom Textile Consultancy Services, what they do, they will do implementation at shop floor. Wherever we go, we will do shop floor implementation. We will not advise. We will go there, we will assess the mill, and we will say there is a scope for improvement in productivity or yarn realization or energy, and then we will deliver it through our own team without expecting any skills from the client side. So long-term intervention for almost 2 years or 1.5 years, then that mill will take care on their own, they will sustain. So you know very well in a spinning industry or anywhere, taking production is very easy. Anyone can improve the production. Now it is 10,000. Going to 12,000 is very easy. Everyone can do that. But sustaining is difficult. So many people will, even wherever you go, wherever we are discussing with promoters, if we say, sir, I improved 2,000 kg production, he will say whether you will sustain it or how long you will sustain. So this is the question. So the sustenance plays a vital role. For sustenance, there is a lot of monitoring activities has to be done. All these things we are doing it, we are sharing our knowledge, then we are coming back. So, okay, so this is the uniqueness just I would like to share with you before starting the presentation. Now we can go for the presentation. So I took this yarn recovery because nowadays wherever we go, so we are going to the so many units industries, they say 3 years back they will ask, I want productivity, my GPS is only this much, I want 20% more, that mill is getting high, so can I get it? So all people are asking for productivity, yarn realization and energy. Now for the last 2 years, no one is asking production or GPS. They say already I stopped 20% and I don't need production. I don't need productivity too. But I want the cost should be reduced. Where I can reduce the cost? Yarn realization. So this is the raw material cost, you know very well, it is 55 to 60% of the contribution in our revenue. So they need the cost to be reduced because they don't want production, they want to reduce the cost. Number 2, energy conservation. So energy conservation also it's typical because if you reduce the production, what happens? So the energy cost also will go up. But still, wherever there is possibilities, we can do some extent UKG. So for the last 2 years, wherever we work, we are working on yarn realization only. So we got a very good experience in this to give you this presentation. So actually, when I am working in a mill, so I worked in a mill for more than 29 years. So I can able to improve yarn realization only 1%. If I improve 1%, I will be very happiest man. I have done a lot of things. If I increase beyond this, the quality will suffer and you will get complaint. So I don't want to do this because I want to play safely. When I am working in a mill, so I want to play safely. So what I will do, I will only improve 1%. So I also done the same thing. Till I am in the mill, I can able to increase only 1% or 1.5% the maximum, beyond which I have not done. And I also surfaced that it is impossible. I also thought that it is impossible. If I do that, then quality may deteriorate and I may get quality complaints and claims. It is not worth to do so. But once we come to consultancy, and that too, the last 2 years crisis period, we are working only on yarn recovery. So we got a lot of tricks in that. So when there is a problem, so there is always a solution. Am I right? So there is a solution at all, and we identify those solutions. You will not believe, actually, I have increased the yarn realization up to 9 to 10% for the same quality, for the same cotton. I know you will not believe, but still, since I have done it, so whenever seeing is believing, no. So I have done it, I have seen it, I am believing it. So if you do that, and you will also believe, and really it is possible. Really it is possible. I am not saying that every mill it is possible. It's not that every mill it is possible. That the maximum, so that it may be 2% or 10%. But recent period wherever we are going, and we are seeing that the scope is minimum 2.5%. Wherever we go, I am identifying minimum 2.5%, maximum maybe 7 or 8%. So this we are, whichever mill, so what is a larger mill or smaller mill, there is a scope, always there is a scope. So the people should think over, and now only cost only will survive with the textile industry. Textile industry should survive in this crisis period. How it will survive? Only by reducing the cost. We will reduce the cost. We only, raw material is not in our hands. And yarn price is not, a lot of external factors, but only available. Even energy cost gone up. So only available. So we have to apply our process re-engineering activities. We have to think differently. We have to think differently. So whatever we thought earlier, we should not do the same thinking, so we cannot improve the cost. So reduce the cost. So let us think differently. It is possible. This is what I can say. This is the hope I can say. If you know very well 1% of yarn realization, how much crores we can save in a mill of 30,000 or 40,000. So you know very well, better than me. Now we will go for the presentation. That is the reason I took this subject. This will be worth sharing you, so that you can also try in your mill, and you can achieve. Even if anyone achieves 1% more OER through this presentation, I will be the happiest man. Thank you. Let's go. Yeah, next. So yarn realization, I need not say, everyone knows. If I give 100 kgs cotton, how much kgs yarn I am getting? That's it. Am I right? So it is not a very big science. Everyone is aware of it. And it is directly depending on profitability. If you see the cost, 55 to 65%. This is the largest portion. So it has a big impact on costing. And very marginal improvement also will lead to stunning results. So the survival of spinning industry solely depends on its operational efficiency due to global competitiveness. Because now it is a global economy. Everyone will start telling global economy. 30 years back, it is not the case. So we have 6 months boom period, 2 months medium, and 2 months it is loss. Then again it will repeat. 6 months I will get boom period. So loss making period is only 2 months. So everyone can able to hold. So they can able to, holding capacity is there. Now loss making time is bigger, larger. So everyone cannot hold. That is the reason the people are suffering. So now the only thing is the fittest only will survive. So everyone become fittest. That is the reason began. We would like to share our knowledge, so everyone will survive. This is our expectation through this presentation. Next. So yarn realization, what are the components? So cotton quality, everyone will say, sir, how it will come without cotton? So cotton is bad, then OER will be bad. Don't expect that. So it is not the case. There is a scope. In spite of that, for the same cotton, there will be always a scope. We have to think differently. And lot management mixing issue system. So cotton is very critical and tricky. It's a lot of variations. So we are looking into so many mills. They have different system to have a homogeneous mixing. So there is a bale management system, lot management system, lot of things are coming in. So some mills are excellently doing those jobs. They are getting very minimal variations. The thing is, you know very well in the spinning, what happens? The range. If you take a spinning end breaks, if it goes sometimes 15, sometimes 3, then nothing can be done. Where you will set? You will set for 15 breaks. Then how you will get the performance? So that range should be reduced. In spinning, we have to reduce the range. That will help you a lot in improving quality, performance, or reducing the customer complaints. So customer quality requirements. Some people will say, I want Worcester 5% quality. I don't know. If really it is needed, then you have to get the premium. Otherwise, you should say no. So you should not accept Worcester 5% and then you should not struggle losing money. So that we should be very careful while committing the quality. And some people will give excess quality. So if I want 40, if I want to give 60, they will give 40. Why should you give 40? You give 60 plus or minus 5%, whatever it is acceptable for the customer. So process parameters, of course, the process parameters plays a vital role, and many mills, what we are observing, they will not adjust the process. This is cotton is a variable. And nowadays, the earlier days, we have a stock for 6 months, 9 months. Nowadays, everywhere it is 1 month to 2 months stock, sometimes 15 days stock. So we have to meticulously do the activities in cotton, so reduce the variations. So process parameters, you have to adjust according to that. So some mills I have seen, they will never ever change the process parameter. So once it is started, 40 Coimbatore, the same thing will continue till the end of the season. So it will not work now. Because earlier that is a different case. We have a stock, you know the quality. When the quality is good, you bought it and kept in store. Now, we don't know what quality you will get next month. So accordingly, we have to adjust the process parameters. And spinning limits, of course, so according to cotton, we have to decide, and the people are knows very well about it. And relative humidity is some extent not very big. And invisible loss, this is also the biggest subject, and many people will miss it. Someone will say, sir, summer. If it is summer, it will be 3%, sir. We cannot do anything. It's not the case. In summer also, we can achieve 1 or 1.5%, and there is a methodology for that. And tar weights, of course. So the tar weights is the biggest subject. So that again we are missing it. We will take a standard tar weight every time. It differs. Always the packing or cotton or whatever it is, the tar weight differs. If the supplier changes, the tar weight changes. So that should be monitored properly, otherwise we will lose the cotton. Next. So what are all the contributing factors in yarn realization? So it is a short fiber content. Many of the mills, they will not talk about short fiber content, and they mostly talk about uniformity index. So slightly it is related to short fiber also, but still SFCN, the short fiber content, which they call it as a 12.5 mm and below mm length fibers. So which will not be useful for spinning. Some finer medium range of counts. So this many people are not giving importance. So what happens? This directly will go in waste. You need not increase the waste. You know, the spinners knows very well. In Coimbatore, you will get 18%, you will get the quality. Suddenly it will go to 20% or 21% for the same quality. So all these things, because of the raw material variations, this we should be very careful, and we have done when during case studies, this SFCN, even for a bigger units, they said, sir, it is not a parameter to be mentioned in the purchase order. It is not a parameter. It's not a controlling parameter for purchasing, but still, so we can insist and we can analyze, and whoever is supplying more short fibers, you can evaluate the customers, and you can slowly we can come out of those customers. It is possible. It is in our hands only. Okay, SFCN you cannot control, but you can control the suppliers. So you can evaluate the suppliers, you can get the good supplies. So in that way we can control, and it's broadly ranging from 15 to 35%, and mostly it lies around 29-30% in most of the mills. And cotton trash percentage, of course. So cotton trash, no, in India always it ranges from 1.52% to even up to 10%. The many mills used to say, sir, trash 10%, the rate is less, let us buy. You have to think over whether you have to buy with 10% trash. So your mill decision makers may ask you, 10% trash, I am getting a lower price, whether you have to get it or not. So it is a very tricky question. So you cannot answer immediately. You should go through completely the costing, then only you should accept. Otherwise, we will be in trouble. So this I already told you, lot management and mixing issue system. It plays a vital role. I have given only a small example. So today even a lot of softwares are coming in. Softwares are coming in to control these variations. So this we have done 2 years back in some mills where there is no software for lot management system. So here what we have done, if you see the bale plucker, this is overall 40 meters or 50 meters width. If you see the movement of the bale plucker arm, so it is going like this. So what we thought of, so wherever you keep the bale, so at least you see the microner. So normally they will take some microner and they will put it there. If you see the average of each row, if say somewhere 4, it's 4.5, somewhere it is 3.5, all these things will come. If you take some 5 minutes, manually if you correct it, so we can make a uniform microner so that whenever the bale plucker plucks, it will take more or less average microner of the mixing chart which we have given as an average microner. So that what happens, the uniformity goes up, so that the consistency comes down, and the range will come down. Whatever breakages or quality or whatever you take, the ranges will come down. So that will improve the performance, quality, productivity, and also we can do some extent, we can reduce the waste. Next. So we already discussed all these things. Next. We discussed. So factor behind losses. So the moisture losses. So you people know very well. So what moisture we are getting? How much we are getting in a cotton? In a cotton bale, how much moisture we are getting? Everyone is checking nowadays. Am I right? Without checking, they will not unload it. Am I right? Sometimes 9%, sometimes 10%, sometimes 11%. But naturally it is not coming. If you import, you will get even 5%, 6%. So if you buy and you are getting even 9%, even in a peak summer in a May, if you buy, you will get 10%, 11%. So we should be very careful. Now mills are monitoring it, and they are even penalizing the suppliers, so that nowadays slowly it is coming down, and they are restricting to 8 to 9% or 8 to 9.5% level, acceptable limit. So this is a very, very important factor in controlling yarn realization, and we should be very careful on that. And relative humidity is of course, and cotton waste. Cotton waste, everyone knows, we have to reduce the blorum waste, card waste, and component oil. This is a major area where you can improve yarn realization. This everyone is aware of. Then why should I say here? You know very well. Everyone knows it is a universal. Yarn realization has to improve. So I have to reduce the waste, where it's only in spinning, it is only blorum, card, and comber. In all other areas, very minimal. How can I reduce? If I reduce, the quality may suffer, breakages may increase. So for that only, we have to do process re-engineering. And we got a very good experience in it. So we have tested a flat waste. Normally, if we want quality, they will increase the flat speed and they will increase the flat waste. In some mills, we have seen even 7% waste in flat. 7%. If you check it in office, if you see the length, it will be 25-26 mm. It is spinnable. They are removing only because of removing contamination or removing short fibers. That flat is not removing the short fiber. So short fiber is very high, so I am taking more waste, then only I will get quality. Not like that. So short fiber is a 12.5 mm fiber, but flat is a 25 mm fiber. So all these thought process taken place, and we understood where we can correct it, where we can reduce the waste without affecting quality, and we can improve the quality through process re-engineering, and then we can reduce. We cannot reduce the waste directly. It can be done immediately. Anyone goes back to spinning, within 5 minutes we can reduce the waste. It is not a tricky. But if you reduce the waste, what is the impact? So before that, we have to do a lot of activities in the process, and process re-engineering plays a vital role. That is what we are doing in the case studies. And moisture gain, of course, yarn conditioning, you know very well, nowadays, 30 years back, yarn conditioning is a luxury. Now yarn conditioning is mandatory. So it's because we have to maintain. Otherwise, what happens in autoconner, in some days we will get 5%, some days we will get 6%, we are losing 2%. So we have to go for yarn conditioning, you know very well. But in yarn conditioning also there are a lot of tricks. Even if you do yarn conditioning also, your invisible loss was 2%. In some mills we have seen they are doing yarn conditioning. But even doing yarn conditioning in April or May, if you see it is 2.5%, 3%. They say, yes sir, in April, May it will be like that only. We cannot do anything. If it is possible, you can do it. Then we have done it. So it's a big exercise we have done to do that. And then weight tolerances, of course. So we have seen even now there is a technology. We have seen some mills, they have the balance linked with the software, so that they can weigh it and it will be recorded automatically, all the weights. Earlier it is manually they are doing it. So a lot of, if the cone weight is not proper, they will pack and send it back. So all invisible loss will be there. We've seen many times. But here, nowadays, there is a software, we can use it so that we can avoid manual error and we can lose yeah, we will not lose the yarn. And this is only indicative. Nowadays, even my friend from Indonesia, he said in the Blorum lint, it is not 25%. Now they supplied a new machine and we are getting only 15%. So I just given, it's only indicative, and there is a possibility still we can reduce further. That is why I said below 25. It can be 20, it can be 15. So we have to. And it should not be above 25. That I would like to emphasize. Likely liquor waste also, and flat tops, it should not be above 55%, and stationary flats, it should not be above 65%. And SFCN in comber and oil, many times the people will not see short fiber in oil. They will see short fiber in sliver to maintain quality. What about short fiber in oil? Whether really we are removing the oil? So you will not believe we are able to reduce comber and oil with the same quality level. Wherever we go, you know very well, they will not change the unicomb because it is a costly offer. And the settings and the detaching assembly, the vibration, that nipper, that nipping plays a vital role, everyone aware of. That nipping variations will lead to good fiber loss. So all these things, in a new comber, it may not happen. If it is a 9 years old or 10 years old mill, in comber there are a lot of issues we are observing in our client's mill, and we can able to reduce the waste. So because of mechanical issues, so many settings they are avoiding, or they are not keeping the right setting as per OEM recommendations. All these things lead to good fiber loss. Also again we identify one trick here also, like the flat waste. Here also there is a trick, that is detaching distance. Everyone is aware of Noel index or detaching distance. So there is a trick in that. So that is not to increase Noel. Normally they used to, if you want to increase the Noel, reduce the Noel, immediately they will increase or reduce the Noel index. But Noel index is a very tricky, and by playing in a right way, by adjusting the detaching distance in a right way, we can reduce the good fiber loss. This is our findings in our case studies. Like carding, this flat is the main area, and in comber, this detaching distance and good fiber loss is the main area, where we have done a very good activities, process reengineering activities. See, process parameter will not have much impact. I think the process parameter will more or less uniform, because everyone is aware of today, everyone knows the process parameter. So that we will not play much, we will not have much scope on process parameters, but we have issues on process re-engineering. We can say basic settings, other things, what I can say, it's a technical innovations, or what I can say, it's a tricky thing. So we can identify through our experience, through our hands-on experience, we can identify and we can realize. So we used to do that, detaching this and everything. So we reduce the Nile even 2% or 2.5% without affecting Nile, because Nile, if you reduce directly, it will affect the quality. Am I right? Directly it will affect the imperfection. If you are reducing 1% Nile, then your imperfection will go to 20, imperfection will increase. Nothing. No one can stop it, I am sure. But you have to do a process re-engineering, and then only you have to reduce the Nile. We cannot do it directly. So this is the place where we can, yes sir, it's there, yes sir. So short fiber content in comber and oil, we used to start doing this. Initially, when we are checking in some mills, I have seen 55%. In comber and oil, 55% only short fibers. That means 45% is a good fiber. It's a spinnable. And nowadays, after our intervention, we started doing it even up to 86, 87%. 86. I thought beyond 85 it is impossible. I thought 2 years back. Now after working on that again and again and again, now we can able to go up to 87. So we have to do a lot of activities. It is not that we can do it immediately. So if it is an easy task, anyone can do that. But we have to do process re-engineering before reducing the waste. Next. So quality versus Noel curve. This is only a, I can say the mindset. See, if I increase the Noel, the quality will improve, right? How long? How far? So there is a limit, no? Everything there is a limit. If you go beyond the limit, then the curve will be the flat. So that is why we would like to explain. This is the, that is why we would like to explain that only increasing the yield will not increase the quality. In some mills I have seen they are taking 25% yield, and it will not add any value. It will not add any value. So that mill will lose heavily in this crisis condition. So it's very critical, and it should be. We have to think about increasing the NIL. Every 1% increase before that, we have to see really it is worth or not. In many mills I have seen, they will increase the NIL to get the RKM, yarn strength. Am I right? So I want 20 RKM, but I am getting 19.5. Increase 2% NIL. They will not see whether really it is increasing or not. We have taken a controlled study. If your cotton is not supporting, if your cotton basically there is no strength. So what is the fun in increasing the waste? You are not going to get anything. So this we have seen many times. We have seen many times increasing the NIL will not improve RKM directly or proportionately. Sometimes it will increase beyond a certain condition, it will not improve. So you have to think, we have to take a controlled study, and we should understand whether we are improving the RKM through NIL or not. If the RKM is not improving because of NIL, then we should not increase the NIL. We have to take other actions. Next. Yeah, it's only just whatever we have seen in the mill as per our experience. In 30s, based on cotton and process re-engineering activities, they are getting up to 75 to 79. In 40s, 73 to 75, or sometimes 76. And it's only for Indian cotton. If it is imported cotton, it differs. It will be higher. And for 60s to 60s, it is around 68 to 72%. So this is what the mills are achieving through Indian cotton. And carded counts, it is 85 to 90%. And synthetic, it is 96 to 98%. So this is what we have seen in many mills. And this is what we can achieve. Next. So the projects which we are taking in a mill, in a big groups in north, we have done a lot of things. See, quality is directly related to machinery maintenance. If my machinery maintenance is bad, my quality will be bad. So for my maintenance is bad, because of that I cannot increase the quality. First I have to see the root cause why my quality is bad, and we have to correct it. And process parameter optimization. By doing some setting changes or anything, if an imperfection comes down, why should you go for a higher waste? And standard operating procedure. This is the biggest issue here. So we have, if you go for the bigger units, they have the big groups, they have a SOP, standard operating procedures. But if you go on the shop floor, if you see, if there is a 10 procedures, even 2 or 3 procedures maybe they are following, and 5, 6 they are not following. So these are all the cases. So they are repeatedly, they have to train them, they have to monitor, and because of this work practices also, there are a lot of issues are coming in quality, and that also will lead to increase in waste. And process control measures are initiated for consistency in the yarn quality. Of course, yarn quality. If so, one time you are testing yarn imperfection, you are getting 80. Then the next day you are testing, you are getting 100. The next day you are getting 120. Again the next day you are getting 60. What will you do? Naturally will increase the waste. Because 60 is okay, but 100 is not acceptable. You will get complaint. Nowadays the people are doing inspection, you know very well. So if you export or some corporate customers, they are not buying directly. So they are coming in for inspection. So you have to reduce the imperfection at any cost. If the range is high, we are increasing the waste. But it is not necessary. We have to reduce the range through process re-engineering. And process stock, of course. So this is in yarn realization, process stock will differ. But only thing is you have to go through 3 months to 6 months average, then you can understand. The process stock variations will be nullified. So you cannot compare the process stock between 2 months, 3 months. If you take 3 months to 6 months average, the OER should reflect in the right way. And some mills they will do whenever there is a run out. Am I right? So during the run out period, they will check complete yarn production, complete raw material. They will arrive yarn realization. So that will be a shocking figure. You will get it when you get a practical yarn realization after running out. We will get a lot of shock because of process stock. So process stock is we have to do very meticulously and very carefully. Then only our yarn realization. Because in some mills I have seen, if the decision makers are asking for yarn realization, then immediately it will improve. We should not improve through process stock. It has to be improved through process re-engineering. And winding cuts, of course. So we will increase the waste because of winding cuts. So the cuts goes up 100, 150. What we will do? So ring frame will stop because of a link corner. So we will start increasing the waste. So we can limit the winding cuts, because you know very well. So I need not express this. So any mill, the person goes there. If you see the auto corner cuts, they can understand the level of or perfection of the mill. Am I right? You agree or not? So auto corner cuts will reflect all, whatever the mistakes, whether it is a process, it is a work practice, or it is a cotton, or it is whatever, it will be reflected in the cuts. So being a consultant, so we will, wherever we go, we will go to the cuts. So even it shows everything, no? There is a short thick, long thin, that, this, count channel. So count they are not maintaining properly. It will reflect in count channel. So everywhere. Or foreign fiber cuts. Nowadays I seen one mill, foreign fiber cuts is 150. Quality cuts are only 30, 40. So it's all, I don't know whether it is right or wrong. So one cut will lead to how much of compressor air consumption and how much of power and what is the quality, I don't know. I don't think it is right or wrong. So we have to decide. And yarn count CV, how it reflects, how the yarn count CV will improve yarn realization. Yes, sir. Yeah, I agree. But even length measuring also, count CV you will influence what? It will influence weight. It will influence the weight. If the count CV is 1%, so your weight range will be 1%. Your tolerance limit for packing, everything will be narrowed down. If your count CV is wider, so no one can narrow down the tolerance limits in the next process. So naturally the weight loss will be higher. So the count CV should be as minimum as possible. So that's very important. And of course the awareness and knowledge sharing to minimize the waste and everything goes on. And material handling system, you know very well, that is also very important. That directly will not reflect in this one, because mostly because of material handling, the usable waste. So many mills I can see the usable waste they will not measure. They will not know it's 5% or 10%. In some mills I have gone there and I have seen they are issuing 10% of salt waste in the mixing. What happens? If you issue 10% of salt waste in a mixing, what happens? Quality will deteriorate. Then what the person will do? Increase the waste, increase the oil. You will get the quality. So that is why the process re-engineering comes in. So we have to see, that is a vicious cycle. So what happens? Why it happening? Because we are giving more priority to production. So when the waste goes up, see in some mills I know, very few mills, they fix the pneumophil waste percentage. It should be 0.5% or 0.8%. If it goes beyond that, they will not accept. Whatever you want to do it, but don't increase the waste beyond 0.8%. That is a very good strategy. Very few mills are doing that. And most of the mills, what they will do? 2%, 3%, but let it be. Then the production comes. So production will come for some times. Once the waste accumulates, then you will start adding in the mixing. You cannot keep it aside. Then there is a question after a month. So you have to add it. So what happens? Without unaccountably, they will add into the mixing. So it will deteriorate your quality, deteriorate your performance. After a month, after 2 months, your productivity will start coming down. Then it remains same. You cannot improve further because you don't know that. This is a vicious cycle. It's already collapsed. Again, you have to reduce the waste in the mixing. You have to take a serious steps. Then only the things will improve. So, it's not that usable waste will not contribute in yarn realization. It will also contribute. Every aspect will contribute in yarn realization. FD cuts normally in a mill based on quality they are taking, but normal cuts it is around 20-25. Not more than that. We consider only 25 and 50 will be the quality cuts. Yes, sir. Next. It's a moisture management system. It is also nowadays many people knows. I think 10 years, 15 years back I have seen the fog nozzles. A lot of spray systems are there, and they started understanding the moisture variations because of seasonal and other things. And one thing is, okay, so in a waste, nowadays the people started checking the moisture in a waste, in a blowroom waste and oil. It will be very low. Maybe 3% or 3.5% or 4%. So when you are buying at 9%. When you are selling the waste, you are selling at 3-4% moisture. Again, you are losing. It is going to invisible loss. So nowadays, they started doing the spray system in a waste bale press unit also. And they are maintaining at least 6%, 6.5% in waste also, so that the invisible loss, they are bringing it down. And in moisture, there is a lot of things. I will tell one more thing in yarn conditioning also on later stage. And cotton sampling system. How the cotton sampling system will affect yarn realization? I too don't know. So when we are analyzing, when we are going through, so we understand that they are taking from the surface of the bale. Surface of the bale. So the gymnast knows very well that surface they will get a good cotton. Only at the center, the things differ. So many of the mills, if you say delical belt, they'll cut the bale completely and they'll take from the center of the bale. They have a lot of systems, top, middle, top center, middle center. So a lot of things, a lot of systems they made on their own way, like that. So those people are not opening out the bale. They are saying that it is very difficult, so laborious, I don't want to open the bale. And they lost. And we identified. And when we are checking in the lot, so the lot they are getting short fiber of 25% or 24%. So we started checking the short fiber after laydown. So bale plucker after laydown, in the middle of the bale, we started testing every day. Then we understand the same lot which they tested 25, it is coming 45. And if you test the 45%, the individual office results, if you see, what happens? One will be 60, one will be 35. So that means what? I don't want to say, you know very well, how it 50% of short fiber will come in cotton. So these are the things happening. So you should be very careful. The cotton sampling system is very, very important. And we should be very careful in that. Don't take it in surface, take it in a different way. So if the supplier knows you are testing from the center, then you will be very careful. The future suppliers will improve. And even some mills are doing cotton storage also. They started keeping some sprinklers and all these things. I don't know, in some extent it may help you in finisher. And finished yarn cotton, finished yarn cotton, of course, after packing, they are maintaining 75-80% RH. So that what happens, the main importance of keeping 80% RH in packing department is, you are doing yarn conditioning, so it is getting yarn moisture up to 8%. So if you are exposed, if you pack within 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 25 minutes within some range, it's fine. Sometimes it may take 1 hour. What happens? It will lose. Whatever gained was loose. Again, it is a loss. So, to maintain for a longer period, that 8%, they used to keep that RH, they maintain 80%. If you are not doing so, it will contribute in spite of YCP, it will contribute in invisible loss. So, moisture in cellulose, I already explained you. RH, of course, it also will contribute if it is excessively varying. And humidification seepage, it also happens in some mills. And yarn packing, I already told, weight ranges, and tare weights I already told. And calibration. So calibration is also important part for incoming and outgoing. Next. training, of course. So yarn conditioning, pre-conditioning or post-conditioning, a lot of things are going on. And I can say I understood through our case studies, delta T is very important. Earlier we used to take a lot of trials, vacuum, reduce the vacuum, increase the vacuum, time, that time, cycle time, number one, number two, all has failed. At last, we have gone through the reader manual. They written very clearly. So delta T is very important. So before feeding into yarn conditioning, you see that delta T. If the delta T improves, everything will improve. Because I have seen in some mill, they done a reverse. They actually, what happens? They are doing a cooling system before preconditioning. We should not cool it. We have to reduce the delta T as minimum as possible so that the gain will be better. And yarn master, of course, we have to monitor. We told them earlier they will not monitor, and we told them to monitor it. That too, how we are told. So today we are packing. The next day they have to check. Then only they will understand whether it is right or wrong. Other things I already explained. Next. This is what we reduced in before our intervention. These are all the waste. They are getting it. The liquorine droppings is nothing but blowroom and card liquorine coming together. That is why that is slightly higher. And flat waste you see, and sweepings, hard waste, and total waste and oil, we made some difference. So this is and the invisible loss also we make some difference. If you see the yarn imperfections, it is almost the same, and the yarn strength is almost the same. Next. This you know very well, this varies according to raw material cost. Just roughly we made it, and this improvement which we made, 8% or whatever it is, almost 15 rupees per kg can be saved. So it is very huge. If you say savings per year for 10,000 kgs, it will be 5.4 crores per annum. Next. So now it is very clear, you understood, but it takes almost 3 months to 6 months period to improve the yarn realization, and then we sustained it for 2 years. So here normally what we will do, we will take a project, and first 3 to 4 months we will set up a pilot process. In the pilot process we will make all the achievements, and then the team will replicate it. After replication we will do knowledge sharing, and then the team will sustain. So now, as I said earlier, the keeping down cost through operational excellence and capacity building, mills can maintain competitive edge, because it is a global competition. What happens, we don't know. We don't know when the Ukraine war will stop. We don't know. So everything is uncertain. So which is in our hands, that we have to control. That is what I would like to share in this meeting, so that the industry, maybe that 1% improvement also will contribute 1 rupee per kg or 2 rupee per kg. So we can contribute in that way. Next. Here I would like to say a few things. So the presentation is over. Only I would like to say something. We are not calling us as a consultant. You know, Texcoms Textile Solutions, we are not consultants. Why we don't want to call us as a consultant? Because we are a knowledge partner. We are a knowledge partner. We are not consultants. We are partner. We are partnering with the management, and we are transferring our knowledge to the team to improve their profitability. So we are doing shop floor implementation and as a knowledge partner. So many people see in one of the biggest group, when I am talking to the promoters, when I am talking about our marketing activity. So I used to say, I came here after Corona. So that time it's a very peak. Everyone is getting profit. Very peak profit. That time is, they earned like anything. At that time only I met that MD, and it's a very old unit, 150 years old tradition, and everyone learned from that mill only. So that MD says, I am already getting a reasonable profit, why should I go for a consultant? And I said that time I can able to convince him that at that time, because of a boom period, there are a lot of orders. I think almost 20 lakh spindles or something like that. There are LNWCs, they are flush with orders. So see how many million spindles are about to come in 2 years. If all those things are coming into production, then the competition will goes up and you are going to lose. So this is a strategy I applied, and he inquired with the LNW and everywhere. He said, yes, we have a lot of orders, and then he has given us the project. Okay. So when they are losing, I can say maybe current period, when the mill is losing, when the consultant approaches, what they will say? Whether they will engage them? No, let us be transparent. They will not engage. Why? Expense. Cutting down expenses. When there is a loss, I would like to cut down the expenses. When there is a little profit, I am in a comfort zone. I don't want to come out of comfort zone. This is what making the industry to lose. So it's very, very important that it is not expense. I can say, so the people, you may be doing capex, no? Every year, capital expenses budget will be given. They will give 5 crores or 10 crores or 2 crores every year. Am I right? So in a capital budget, how do you consider? How much return on investment will be considered as a good return on investment? 6 years? 5 years. Okay. So 5 years or 6 years, whatever it is, so they accept it as, if it is automation, you may not get it also. So they will go for. So it may be ranging from 5 to 6 years or 5 to 8 years. So 5 years is a period of ROI. Am I right? So being a knowledge partner, so you are doing investment our knowledge. You are not giving, it is not expenses at all. You are investing on knowledge. You are investing on machine. You are investing on everything. Why can't you invest on knowledge? Because in our all projects, our return on investment is 5 months to 12 months. Is it not worth to invest? We have calculated. We have calculated this within 5. Because why I took 5 months, 6 months means if I enter the mill, I cannot improve immediately. No. I will do some activity for 3 to 6 months. So first 3 to 5 months, there will be activity. The results will start coming in after 5 months. I cannot make any magic, no. If I come to your mill tomorrow, I will improve your analyzation day after tomorrow. It is impossible. So it takes its own time, and we'll do systematic methodology and process re-engineering activity, so that 6 months to 12 months, how attractive it is. Any promoter will accept if they consider this as investment. Many people, many big groups, even I can name in North India, it is a Trident, we are working for 6 years. So you know Trident, they are already doing a benchmark production, benchmark on realization. There we can able to survive 6 years. We imagine. Because they are treating this as an investment, long-term investment on knowledge. They are gaining crores and crores of rupees because of this. So you people also invest in knowledge. I am not saying that you call me. No. It's up to you. It's up to you. But invest on knowledge. This is what I would like to share. So I am not asking you, I am not requesting you, call us, we will come and do it. No. Not necessary at all. So you invest on knowledge. This is my, I want to give you this statement so that our thinking will change. We have to change our thinking process. Then only we can survive. The fittest only will survive. It's for sure. So who is the fittest? Who will invest on knowledge? Who are first in taking risk? They are going to be fittest. So be fittest for future. And then, okay, I told everything, I think. Quick return on investment. Yeah. You see this This only, not, it's only for joking, not was serious about, because we are so serious till now. Let us laugh. So this cartoon, what we understand from this, I said you have to invest on knowledge. So you have to invest on knowledge. You see, this will show you. Why should you invest on knowledge? Next. So it's only tentative figures we identified. We got it from for some projects in abroad. When we are comparing, the figure may be slightly differ. I don't know, but somewhat 5 to 10% error I can say, beyond which it will not be erratic. But what I want to emphasize with this figure is, you see the power cost in India. It is a conversion cost. It is not a P&L revenue base. So only we took a conversion cost. If you see conversion cost comparison, so India is 32%, whereas some countries are even lower, or many of the countries are lower. So we are a global economy. We have to compete globally, and then you have to see the cost. So we have to be very competitive. Next. So you see the EBITDA level. It's a very old figure. I think last year figure I got it. The latest figure I could not get it now. So if you see the EBITDA of top mills, 1% also is there, and 19% is also is there. So it's all the same period. The same period. Why one mill is getting 1% and another mill is getting 19%? Where is the difference? You have to think over. Next. And this is just for the information. Voice of business, voice of customer, voice of employee, and voice of process. These are all very important things we should understand. If you understand these 4 voices, if you listen to this, we will be the fittest. Next. So today I would like to wish everyone, being engineers, today is a happy engineers day. It's a coincidence. And wish you all happy engineers day today. We are all textile engineers. We are working for very long years, and very happy to see, because it's a very close circle, and really we can meet every time. And in this, I told 65 million people, so it is employed. So it is a very big industry. So we are the people, we are the pillars of textile. We have to take it forward. And you see how the line was made. These are the things, because why I am telling all these things, I have seen some mill. Day to day, they will change the decision according to the problem. So they should have a SOP, no? Standard operating procedures. Nowadays, many mills are going for a BOP, best operating procedures. SOP is obsolete now. Next. So fiber analysis, I used to say everyone, because personally I used to do this, because when I am taking some decision, maybe whatever it is, you can say you want to purchase a house. We should ask why. We should ask why. Why should I buy a house now? Then you will give some answer. I want for this purpose. Why should you want for that purpose now? So if you question you again and again, your answer, with the third question, you will get a bigger clarity, and with the fourth question, you will get the right decision. It will not lead to five ways. I never gone up to 5. Within third way or fourth way, I will get the clarity and I will get the better solution, best solution. So I will request everyone, just question why, because don't think that everyone knows everything, because it is a learning. It's a learning organization. Organization should be learning organization. Should learn every day. Those are only successful and surviving. So let us learn every day, and let us question ourselves. So that is what, nowadays they started telling learn, unlearn, and learn. No? I think most of you know. Earlier you used to say learn. You have to learn every day. Now the people used to say, you have learned for 30 years, enough. Now you take it out. When there is a problem, don't apply your mind, because we have a preoccupied opinion. So you want quality, you have to increase the waste. This is a preoccupied opinion for 20 years or 15 years. So now you should stop that thinking. So just de-learn everything. Then you start thinking in a new way, better way. Learn. Then you will get innovative ideas for the solution. Every problem having solution. So let us go towards solution. This is a case study. I would like to rush. Yeah, it's a one mill. We have done it. Process improvement. We already told. I think next. Sarathy. Yeah. Yes. 5 minutes. Next. This is the credentials we are working in these customers. Next. So these are all the improvements we made in productivity, yarn realization, cuts and power consumption, everything in females in India. And next. And we are also working in 25 countries, Uzbekistan, Greece, Togo, Benin. Benin, we are setting up a textile park with Arais Industries. They are our partners. And Burkina Faso. Ethiopia, we have a very big project is going on, Ethiopian textile industry, ETIDA. And then Morocco, Bangladesh, we are already, Indonesia is our first country. You see this, why do competitors open their stores next to one another? Why? You think and give me answer later, no issue. Next. No, there are a lot of reasons behind. He is not permitting me time. No issue. No, everybody is waiting for the next occasion also, so I don't want to take more time. And the next one is a textile technical handbook. I don't want to take more time on this, so everyone has got it. It is only our first and amateur exercise we have done. We are not good in writing a book. We are only solution providers. We are not book writers, but still we would like to serve the industry because our honorable founder, Mr. Bhubalan, so he served for more, up to 55, 56 years. So now we would like to give back his services to the industry. Whatever he learned, he want to give back to the industry. So it is basically we have written this book to serve the industry. I am sure you have to give a lot of feedbacks to improve this book. We are going to have a next edition by next year and we want to improve it. It should be more useful for you. I am sure it will be useful for you 50% or 60%. Today's level, if we give a lot of feedback, I can improve it further. And even yesterday when we are in PSG, that PSG HOD of textile, they taken a lot of feedbacks they given regarding technical textiles, you have to add like this, but we are getting a lot of information. So you also give your feedback so that we will incorporate it in the next edition. And one surprise is, ORS giving a significant feedback. Those names also will be printed in the next edition. The best feedback ORS giving, those names will be there in the book. So your name will be going to all the 25 countries if you give feedback. You give us feedback, so definitely we will improve the book further. You go through it, I want this book to be used and you have to give us feedback, we would like to improve and you to share the industry. Because you know very well the olden days, 20 years back when I am working as a supervisor, I used to keep a diary. So everyone might have done it in those days. So we will write all the process parameters, calculations, because Coimbatore calculation is very difficult. So we like to have Coimbatore production calculation, otherwise we will forget. So nowadays it is difficult for us to maintain all these diaries or we will forget somewhere. So this work will help you. But there will be error, I am sure. We are not 100% perfect. There will be error because we are amateur in this and you know very well better than us and you can support us by giving feedback so that we can improve it further. So it is comparing everything you have, textiles and apparel, technical textiles, synthetic, home textiles, non-woven, sustainability, appendix. It is like a guide. You know, in the olden days, Konar Tamilurai. We have a lot of big textbook, but Konar Tamilurai will help you very briefly. So if you read Konar book, you will get a good marks very easily. Let's say 20%, 20-80 formula. So you can use this. Okay, next. So thank you very much. Sorry, we took a lot of time. Yeah, so sorry, I would like to tell you this technical book is available in online also. So you can go through our website, you can see technical handbook, you can view that, and also in our website we have a digital library we are maintaining. Spinning, weaving, processing, knitting, dyeing, everything is available. and lot of articles we have written and published. Those articles also there, and you can utilize the digital library. Today is a digitalized one, you know very well. Even we have a chat bot, you know, chat GPT chat bot. So chat bot is nothing but you can question. If you have problems, I want my imperfection is 80. I want to reduce it to 50. What can I do? You can write question. So it will give answer within seconds, because you need not read the complete book. You question it, you will get the answer. So chatbot is there. So we are mostly advanced in, we digitalized our system. And even Mr. Ameet Ji will tell you about Aladdin platform. That is, I cannot spell it out how it is, how it helps the global textile industry. It is amazing platform. He will explain about this. And anything else? Okay, thank you very much for patient listening. Sorry for taking more time. I would like to share my knowledge so that you can implement it. That's it. That is the idea began. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sarathy. Really, it's a very, very useful session. We are very proud of the team, whole team. The Textile Association India, we gathered, we are all gathering, and we are working in Textile Association India to disseminate our knowledge with the textile fraternity. You have come up with a technical handbook, the same thing, so we want to work with you forever. And really our people will give lot of inputs to improve your book. A team from our city has gone globally, and to see their global presence, really amazing. Let us give a big round of applause to everyone. And we invite Mr. Ameet Kaul, Chief Marketing Officer, Aladdin 365. Mr. Ameet Kaul has a rich 23-year career in textile industry, spanning the entire textile supply chain from fibers to garments. He has held roles in trading, buying, selling, and marketing. Throughout his career, Mr. Ameet has gained extensive insights and practical experience in key areas of the industry, including production, quality assurance, merchandising, and procurement. In his current capacity, Mr. Ameet operates on a global scale, collaborating with the major textile production hubs in countries such as Bangladesh, China, Vietnam, Indonesia, Germany, and the Czech Republic. His key areas of expertise include textile value chain, business development, strategy, sustainability, digital transformation, and circularity. He holds a bachelor degree in textile technology from the Technological Institute of Textile and Sciences, Bhiwani, and a master's degree in management studies, marketing and operations from Wellington Institute of Management. Let me invite Mr. Ameet Kaul to give his presentation.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the nice words. Good evening, friends. So basically, before I start to explain about Aladdin 365, which is a digital platform which we have recently started. So I just hypothetically, since a lot of friends looks like from the spinning industry, I thought, so let me frame some questions for the industry, so that they can relate that what exactly our platform is going to give as a solution, So thinking about a spinning company, suddenly on a day when you realize that, okay, there is a huge breakdown in a machine, and you are not able to analyze and you are not able to find the root cause of the problem, So in that case, what is the solution you want? You want a solution because your production line has stopped because of this breakdown. And for that, if you need external support, so in that case, how do you reach out to the external world for your solution, So that is a problem what a spinning industry can suddenly face. The second problem is, say, your regular customer who is sitting in, say, United States or UK, and he is asking you to develop a new yarn. So the new yarn is basically a blend of, say, hemp and lyocell, which is a very different kind of a fibers, which non-conventional fibers, which the spinning mills are not being using it regularly. So in that case, how do you reach out to the external world to get that knowledge about that blending? So if you have a challenge in blending, or you have to fix up your technical parameters according to that blend, so how do you reach out to the external world to know about that? And the third is a very relevant problem, which I'm sure that South India is and especially Tamil Nadu is regularly facing, is the talent. The talent is not available. In the suddenly, some good technician in a spinning mill is leaving the company. So you have in a lookout of a replacement for that particular talent. So you are not immediately able to find out a solution to that. So you have to look for a lot of opportunities, and you lose a lot of time in the between. So these are the relevant questions and the challenges which industry is facing these days. And for that, addressing these challenges, we thought that we come up with a digital platform. Since it is a digitalization world now, so everybody is getting digital. So we thought that we come up with a platform which can give solution to these kinds of problems for the textile industry. So we came up with this Aladdin 365. Since as a company we already have explained to you that we are our customers are present almost in 50 countries, and we are having our own offices in almost 12 countries all over the world. So we are very well exposed to what is the expectation of the textile industry in these days. So what happens that based on our experience and interacting with a lot of people across the industry, we could see that there are some challenges within the industry which we can utilize with our digitalization skills to improve upon and to find solutions to the industry and give solutions to the industry. So we will start with explaining the Aladdin 365 platform. We will start with the video.
In a world driven by innovation and passion, where the textile and apparel industry thrives on connection and collaboration, a new era is dawning. Today, we proudly introduce Aladdin 365, a groundbreaking platform that will revolutionize the way textile professionals network and succeed. Aladdin 365, a name with limitless possibilities, where the magic of networking and knowledge sharing unfolds. A platform where you can effortlessly connect with textile professionals from every corner of the globe. Aladdin 365 is your gateway to a vibrant community of like-minded individuals united by a shared vision and passion for the textile and apparel industry. From industry professionals to manufacturers and researchers to entrepreneurs, Aladdin 365 brings together the best and brightest. At Aladdin 365, we believe that diversity fuels innovation, inclusivity breeds success, and collaboration sparks greatness. Together, we'll build a thriving global community, where every voice is heard, every idea is valued, and every dream becomes a reality. Aladdin 365. The future of textile networking is here.
I'm sure that everybody is using social media platform these days, Facebook, Instagram. Most of the people are there on these social media platforms. So what we thought that why not to create a digitalized platform dedicated to the textile industry. So that is what this concept came to us, that we come up with this Aladdin 365, which would be a dedicated platform for the textile industry. And the main features for this platform would be, we would be explaining this subsequently. So there are three major pillars again for this platform against which we would be utilizing our features. So first would be the professional networking with the highly segmented and targeted data. So by this what we mean is that, see, if you see overall the structure of textile industry globally, almost 85 to 90% of the textile industry is controlled at a small medium enterprise levels, SMEs or MSMEs. So we thought that these companies are not being exposed, there is a lack of networking with it for these companies, and they are not getting the kind of exposure what they should get. So if they come over to this platform, so there would be a lot of connectivity within the smaller companies, and especially there would also be a lot of connectivity within the professionals. So as I explained a problem, that if somebody is facing a problem related to a particular problem within the textile industry in a mill or in any of the product development side, so he wants to reach out to the external world. So if the professionals are linked through this platform, so they get an opportunity to get connected and get solutions also. Immediately we get a solution, because it's a digitalized world. You don't have to spend time on locating the people. If you are already on a network and there is a network of professionals there, you can get your solutions faster. So that is the main pillar what this platform will give as a solution. Then the second one is learning and development. I think this is an area where we feel that the textile industry needs lot of intervention, because there is a lot of knowledge base scattered all over the world within the textile fraternity at different levels. So we need that this learning and development should come on a common platform so that everybody can gain out of it. So for example, I gave an example of product development. If you have a very special fiber, you want to work on that, but you don't have the knowledge for that. So you can reach out to the external world through this platform and ask for solutions. So maybe somebody who is already doing this is already on the platform and he can give you some solutions for that. So this is we are already doing already happening in the textile world now, but we want to strengthen this learning and development part and make it available to everybody within the industry. So that would be a very important step. And also we would also connect with lot of research institutes, colleges, different faculties which are related to the textile industry in the research field. So all these ideas will be shared at common platform, and lot of new evolvement and innovation in the textile industry can happen through this platform. That is also one reason what we can do that. Plus we are also trying to figure out that if we can give some customized textile courses over this learning and development platform of Aladdin 365. So that would also be an area where a lot of synergy can come, because what is happening, like considering a 4-year degree course, we need some specialized courses also where people don't have to go through these 4 years courses. They can have a vocational course for maybe 3 months, 6 months and have a specialization in a particular thing, and then that can be utilized for the industry as such. So that would come under this learning and development. And the third one is the talent matching, which I explained that there is a scarcity of good skilled workforce available today. There are not much people available in the industry. And secondly, what we are also observing that now the new generation also doesn't want to continue in doing the textile business, especially the new students also are not willing to get into textile learnings and all. So this would be an area where we can help the industry to grow. We are trying to fragment the whole textile industry into segments. Say for example, if a spinning industry is requiring maybe an operator or a technician on a winding machine, so we have fragmented that into this platform in such a way that you can easily locate a person who is having a specialization on that particular thing. So what will happen, that it will reduce the time for the recruitment of a person. For a company, it's a challenge to look for people outside. They lose a lot of time in getting these kinds of feedbacks on getting the right resource. So that can be helpful over this platform to reduce that. So can we go to the next slide? So basically our mission for this would be, we want to revolutionize the textile networking and collaboration, and our vision would be we are trying to weave an extraordinary textile journey for the whole industry. Can we go to the next? So the basic objective, what exactly this Aladdin is going to do is, it is going to be a game changer networking platform. So that would increase the connectivity, learning and growing in the textile industry, as well as we are also incorporating apparel as well as retail also eventually into the process, so that we are completely present across the whole textile chain. And then it will also empower the textile enthusiasts who want to learn textiles to come over this platform and get the knowledge what exactly is required for the industry. And lastly, it would be that it will also connect a lot of industry leaders who are like-minded individuals who want to grow in the textile industry. They want to share their knowledge. That can be helpful for the industry to grow. So who all is going to get the benefit of this platform? All people, all stakeholders which are related to the textile industry will get a benefit of it. So if you talk about sales professionals in textile industry, engineering professionals, technicians, research institutes, students of the textile industry, government bodies, Ministry of Textiles, textile industry investors, textile associations and federations, business owners, textile and apparel brands. So across the whole supply chain, everybody will get a benefit out of this platform. So why this platform is different than other networking platforms. So basically, it is a very targeted networking platform, especially for the textile industry. So which gives us an advantage because it is not meant for the general public. It is only for specifically related to the textile industry. Then you have a good networking which will help in building the community over the textiles. So like we are now, you see that lot of WhatsApp groups, we are doing making a lot of WhatsApp groups in textile industry. So these kinds of connectivity gets improved when we are making this platform and people come over to this platform. Then it would give us a lot of reach in terms of the audience. You know, say for example, somebody wants to get connected to a spinning mill or a weaving mill in South America, you know. So sitting here in India, it's very difficult to reach there. But then if these people come on platform, so we get a better connectivity because it's a digitalized world now. Anybody can connect with anybody through this platform. And this will give us a lot of visibility in terms of our branding. So India as a country or any country who wants to excel in textile business, this platform will give a lot of visibility to the as a brand for that company or as a country also. And we also look at a lot of thought leadership within the industry. So by thought leadership, we mean that we want good professionals to come over this platform, share their knowledge, which is very important. As we can share the knowledge, the industry will automatically grow. And this will also help us in powerful collaborations at different levels within the industry. And lastly, the tailored job opportunities. We are actually going to create a database of the professionals over this platform, which would help us in connecting and getting the right resource if a industry requires according to the talent. So what are the possibilities? What will happen through this platform? So as I already explained, knowledge sharing. Then we have global connections, and we have inclusivity within the textile industry, and then a lot of career opportunities will grow as this platform will have more professionals online. So this is the basic sign-up process. It would be available on Android mobile application will be there, plus this iPhone application, and it will also be a website option also on a laptop. So these kinds of options are there. So this will be a signing process. We are under the process of finalizing this platform. Beta testing is going on. So I think within maybe 15 to maximum 30 days timeline, we would be able to launch it for the industry. Eventually, I think we feel that this would revolutionize. If we are looking at giving back to the textile industry, our company wants to, as Mr. Sarathy explained, that we want to give back to the industry. So this is also one of the way of giving back to the industry. If we are able to link the whole textile industry over this platform, there is a lot of opportunity to grow. So this is what is the last slide, which is the onboarding. And we feel that the future of textile networking is on Aladdin 365. So we all need your support to come online and register for that once the platform gets active. So we hope that this would help the industry in totality. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ameet. We are all excited to be a part of this networking platform. We thought today it will be ready and we will enter into a membership of thing as per our discussions. So it takes some more time, right?
So it's a beta version, so we are actually testing it.
Okay.
So it's like there are a lot of bugs, involved in this.
Yeah.
We don't want to half-bake the society, industry. So that's why we are finalizing.
Thank you so much. It makes us responsible to give back to the industry we are in. So thank you so much. Thank you. Let us give a big round of applause to Mr. Ameet. Now, questions and answers. Let me invite Mr. Sarathy and Mr. Ameet to the dais. You can ask questions to the relevant presentations. They will answer your questions. Please come onto the stage. Any questions, please?
Yeah, I'll start the conversation. The VR is a very interesting subject. Everybody wants to know. everybody wants to know my in-depth knowledge about it. Can you give some case study? I think you shown an astonishing figure of 92% in corded and 90%,
85 to 90, yeah.
76% in comb.
What I said, we have improved up to 8 to 9% yarn realization.
Yeah, some figure you shown
yeah.
that
62 to 70.
8 to 9%.
Yeah.
Some small case study forever to.
I have shown everything already. Everything was explained again. I can tell you.
You can show. Anybody want to ask questions? Yes.
Sir, this is regarding Aladdin 365.
Before and after.
Mr. Ameet Kaul,
Yeah, sure.
this is a clarification, not a question. You have been Aladdin 365. What is Aladdin? What is the relationship between your networking platform and the name? I have referred so many dictionaries. And Aladdin is an Arabic word that is related to God's faith or something. Then 365 days.
Right.
What is the relationship between the name and your networking platform?
Right.
Because why I am asking this question means whenever I am conducting interviews from managers and others, I will ask what is quantum. No one is able to answer what is quantum. It's a development given by Ustar. What is Zenith? Nobody knows. Because we are not taking anything from the root. Whatever you say, simply we will. What is RSB? Nobody know. Many people, they don't know what is R, what is S, why R is given, why S is given. Everybody is SB, RSB. Yeah. So just it's a clarification. Kindly clarify.
Yeah. So basically, if you see that, if you have studied our logo, if you have seen the logo of Aladdin 365, yes. So Aladdin comes up with a lamp.
Wonderful lamp.
It's a lamp. Yeah. It's a genie. Yeah. So
say Aladdin, it looks like Alauddin.
Right.
We studied in Tamil. In English, it is Alauddin and
no, it's not Alauddin.
Lamp.
No. It is a lamp, and it is a when you rub, you know about Aladdin, right? Story of Aladdin. So you rub that lamp. It will give you, genie will give you all the solutions for the problems, right?
No time.
Yes, no time. So this is why
my prediction was 100% correct.
Yes.
The first day when you are mentioning Aladdin 365, Aladdin is Alauddin. The moment when I go back to my home without taking dinner, immediately I refer my dictionary. What is Aladdin? Then it's a God's faith. It is written. Yes. Then 365 must be 365 days in a year.
Yes,
at any point of time, you will be able to get whatever information you need from this networking platform. Am I correct?
That's right. Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
you have given a very nice name, unforgettable name.
Yes.
So, I thank once again.
Yeah, thank you.
See, I can say one word about Aladdin. So actually, we are talking about global economy. So Ukraine war is affecting our demand and supply, and we are losing. Am I right? Then we don't know what to do. So many people are asking question. Once they came over here, they say what to do, what happens. So you have answered that. You can go through it. We need not tell because you are asking, you are telling. It takes more time. But better you go there and you will get it. So all this, because it is a global economy, you should know what is happening in US, what is happening in Europe, what is happening across the country in Africa. You should know. So many people don't have that access. We have only limited access. We know only Tamil Nadu mills, we know only South India mills, or we know only North Indian mills, or East, West. So we are divided regionally. But we are in a global economy. We are not in South Indian economy or North Indian economy or Indian economy. It's a global economy. So we need global connection. You should know what is happening today. Tomorrow it will reflect here. So unless otherwise you are in touch with the globally, what is happening in textile, we cannot be competitive. We cannot survive for long. So this is the reason we are giving back through textile. It is a very costly affair. It's a very expensive. You know software, how much expensive it is. We are spending a very big money only to the service motto. It is not a business motto at all. We don't have any business motto in Aladdin. It is purely a service motto to serve the textile industry, giving back whatever we know so that the next generation and the industry which is employing 65 million people will grow. That's it. So it's very simple. It's a global economy. You should know everything. You need not ask question. Once this platform comes in, no, you will not ask me this question. You will give me answer. Thank you. regarding this yarn realization, I already explained everything. This is the split. So when we are entering into the mill, so what are all the baseline we will fix? That means we will collect the last 6 months to 1 year data, and we will take this. This is before TTS intervention. This is a 1 year average of that particular mill. And then after doing a gap assessment, we are able to understand that, but actually we have committed in this unit only 4%. We have committed only 4% yarn realization after gap assessment. In spite of that, we know there is possibility of 8% or 9%, but we will not overcommit. Our management policy is a trust. So if you are commit, you have to deliver. Even wherever I go, even 2 months, 1 month back, I was in Mumbai and a very big group. So in that group, that is 6,000 crores turnover. So they have a unit at Mumbai and their unit at Amravati. So I used to have a chance to discuss with the chairman. And he said, what should I do with this unit? I am not getting any profit in this unit. What should I do? Whatever you say, I will take a decision. I said, after assessing that, I said, you have to tell me today itself. I said, no, I need some time. Then afternoon he came again during lunch and he is asking question. Because promoter, we want to answer fast. Then I assessed and I said, I don't want to take the project here. He said, why? Because you are already losing a large because of so many reasons. Even if we come, if we intervene, but you will not going into profit. I can reduce your loss, but it is not our purpose. So you should get profit, otherwise I should not take the project. So I don't want to take the project. He was very happy, and I suggested to relocate the plant because it is not competitive in that area because of the other cost like labor and power. And I suggested him to relocate it or you stop it, but don't run the plant. I don't want to take it. If you want to run also, you run. I will not intervene because it is not going to benefit for you. If it is not beneficial for you, I don't want to take. And then we went to another unit and there is a scope. Then we said we can convert it here. So he was very trustful, and because in a business you know very well, trust plays a vital role. So we are very straight and transparent. If there is a scope, we will intervene. If there is no scope, we will not intervene. So we took only 4%. Even our management says, if you commit, you should deliver. If you could not commit, then don't commit or don't deliver, don't take the project at all. So we will not take the project, we will not intervene. Here we said 4%, we achieved even 71.4. I not mentioned here. Later we have gone up to 71.4. It is average count of 55. So we have done a lot of things, even cotton procurement strategy. So they are buying cotton by sitting in corporate office. We told, don't do this. So you have to change your strategy in cotton procurement. So they changed the spot purchase, lot of things. So the intervention means it is not only technical. So technical, strategical, and then lot of cotton procurement strategies, everything. We are involving, even when we are involving in project, we will go to night rounds. The third shift rounds is very critical. In it will be very clear. When you go to night shift, you will get lot of surprise. All these things we will do during intervention, and we can able to reduce the waste. In segment wise, we discussed everything. We have reduced mostly in flat and comba, oil. All other areas, and invisible loss, all other areas are more or less the same. So that also I explained to you, the flat waste, it is having 25 mm fiber, and comber oil, the short fiber is 55, 65, 75%. So in those areas we worked so that I can able to achieve this after process re-engineering of 3 to 4 months. Thank you.
Very good. Out of these figures, let me have a question.
Yeah.
Out of these figures, you reduced noils from 20 to 18. 2% reduction, we have also tried, and we got results also. But the figures from 5% to 2.2% flat strips, that is very much attractive.
Yeah, that is tricky.
So this is from Indian cotton, right?
Yeah, it's Indian cotton.
60 combed compact. Shall we know the cotton parameters of this particular result?
Yeah,
do you have?
Right now I don't have.
Okay.
I can share.
We'll catch up.
I can share you personally.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
we can do it. I am confident on that. If I am not confident, I will not tell you.
In Indian cotton, we have never dreamt about 90% realization. Okay. Now light is thrown on that area.
I told you.
Everybody,
When I was in a mill, working as a mill unit head, I achieved only 1.5 to 2.
Yes.
1.5 is the max.
Sure.
30 years. In these 6 years, we are going around hundreds of mills every day. Good mill, best mill, medium mill, worst mill. So we can understand where they are lagging, why they are failing.
Sure.
We can have an understanding so that we can able to evolve this.
Sure.
This is called process re-engineering.
Definitely. Any more questions?
Recently, I had been to Colombo for a US academic training program. There they claimed that they are able to achieve about 76% in realization in combed cotton with the US cotton.
Okay.
Now it is astonishing figure they were able to attend Indian cotton. It is really mind-blowing and interesting,
Yes,
but I mean, it has triggered every one of our mind. So there's a subject we have to carry home. So there is a scope with Indian cotton also. Then we can explore those possibilities and we can do it. That the yarn realization directly cost us. So there is a subject we are carrying home.
I request
Thank you.
everyone to try. At least you try, you will win. You try, you will win. Thank you.
Any other questions? This is for the same mixing?
Yeah, same mixing. It's the average count of 55. Yeah, same mixing after the intervention. I told you, no, we have changed the cotton procurement strategies also.
That's it, you have changed the cotton.
Yeah, of course.
Any other questions, please? Any more questions? One second.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Here only is happening.
Good evening, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Sir, but cotton short weaver will be a 20 to 30% as per. Which short weaver gives a better wear?
Which?
Short weaver percentage.
SFC and see, normally in Indian cotton, we used to get between 24 to 28 or 29. 28. 24 to 28 is ideal for Indian cotton. If it is beyond 28, we should take action. Because cotton is a natural fiber, what can I do? Everyone will ask this question again. So whichever is coming, it is coming. I cannot do anything on that. That is why I given an answer in my presentation. What I said, okay, cotton may be having 30%, also some cotton is having 35%. Why should you buy this? So you evaluate the customers, you make your own system and evaluate. So you sort out the best suppliers, you improve the volume with the best suppliers, reduce the value from the bad suppliers. Slowly, it may not take immediately, but it take 1 season or 2 seasons to come out, to understand which are the good supplier, which are the bad supplier, so that you can improve value with the best suppliers. So that slowly your yarn realization, everything will improve.
Thank you. We are getting maintaining a 84-83% in SFC and common oils.
Okay.
We are getting all other waste also with the norms level.
Okay.
With 27-28% SFCN, how to achieve above 70%, if any idea?
Which cotton?
Indian cotton,
What is the count?
40s,
So how much yarn realization you are getting now?
70, around 70%.
So hosiery or weaving?
Osiri.
Okay. So your cotton is having only 28% short fiber?
Yes.
Okay, very good. But still you are getting 70?
Yes.
Okay. So see, it's possible. So in cotton, it's possible for the same quality. So you said in oil, I am getting only 84% short fiber.
Yes.
How can you improve further?
Yes.
So this is your question.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
So you said in oil 85% or above 85 should come. It is 1% only left over. Then how I can go beyond the 70, 71, 72 or 73? Yes, it's a good question.
Yes.
So I will tell you, that is why again and again I am repeating the same word. This is process re-engineering. It is not that only data or figure which I am giving. So okay, 85% you are getting or 86% you are getting in an oil. But now for example in 40s you are getting 60 imperfections or 70 imperfections. It is your customer requirement. After doing process re-engineering in back process, right from mixing as well as in comber especially, you can improve your quality from 60 to 40. Then you can reduce the oil to bring it up to 60. So this is the way we have to work. So if the oil is controlled, then you have to depend on the process re-engineering, right from mixing. It's not only Coimbatore, it's a mixing. Many places we have seen the problem is in mixing, blow room, card and Coimbatore. In these 4 areas, if you play, we can give the best results in yarn realization. I am confident on that because I have seen it. If you see, you will believe. So you try, you will see and you will believe it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, in our country, spinning, weaving, knitting, these segments are fairly matured. But the technical textiles area is yet to grow as expected. So, whether Texcom is doing anything on this, because the industry, where to market this product? Okay, we have machines. I produce the whatever the product, but the product where to sell? We don't have an idea. Any work on that?
Yeah, so I just came yesterday, I think day before yesterday, there was a fair, textile fair in Mumbai. So it is specifically dedicated to the technical textile business, you know. So it is a fair which was allocated for this technical textiles. And it seems in last 1.5 years, a lot of new companies and existing companies in technical textiles have started getting into this business. So what is happening that, see, technical textiles is a very fragmented business. You know, there are almost, I think, 14 or 15 categories of technical textiles. And each category is a different business. Say, when you talk about medical textiles, it is different. When you talk about automotive textiles, it is different. When you talk about geotextile, it is different. You know, end use is completely different. So the supply chain is completely different. It is a very fragmented business. So, and mostly the smaller companies are into this business. They are not very big companies who are coming into this business. But eventually, in some cases, the bigger companies are also coming in. But important is that you need to do a very good due diligence for the markets first, you know. So, in technical textiles, India itself is a very big market. So, if you study the technical textiles, maximum technical textiles is being imported as of today, you know. So, there is already a market existing. So, what we are lacking is the technology to produce that. So, it is a combined effort, and I think Government of India is doing a lot of efforts on that. I think in last few months they have spent almost 100 crores of rupees to strengthen this supply chain, and they are coming up with a lot of policies also on related to technical textiles, and also encouraging a lot of entrepreneurs to go into the technical textiles. So there is a lot of leverage and traction coming up in this segment, but you are right that it is very difficult to identify where to sell. So overall awareness and visibility within the supply chain is very important, and I think government is doing a good job in there, and which can help the industry ultimately to grow. I think in coming next 5 years you will see a lot of companies getting into this segment in India also, because now India itself is growing, getting into a very big market for technical textiles. So this dependency of imports will be replaced by the local manufacturing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Even I can add something on that. So even if you want to do market research, that also we will do. That is also part of our services. If you want to do some market research on technical services, we can do and give you, we can identify which are all the market and which product you can sell. All these things also we are doing. Apart from that, technically, we have collaborated with Citra. We have a MOU with Citra on technical textiles. They have a very big knowledge on technical textiles. So we are working with Citra to transfer knowledge. We are also acquiring knowledge from Citra. Also we are transferring it to all. Thank you.
Thank you.